Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for day number 19 of the 20 days to your 2020 e-commerce vision. My name is Becky Thames and I am super excited to share with you today my 2019 in review. And this was 2019 for me was the year of challenges. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Becky Thames. I'm the Amazon Queen. I've been selling online since November the 9th, 1999, so 20 years this year, and I started selling on Amazon 5 years ago, and I'm a $1 million e-commerce seller on Amazon. And so today I just wanted to share with you a little bit about my 2019 journey just from this year. So it started out in 2019. The first thing I did is I hung out with my girlfriends in January. We went on a girls' weekend trip to the lake house. We got away because my Q4 for 2018, it was like, whoo, just like everybody's Q4. Like we're just coming in out of Q4 right now. And it's like, oh my gosh, because Q4 is the busiest time of the year on e-commerce. And so I went in January and hung out with my girlfriends. We had a blast. We were on Lake Wateree in the upstate of South Carolina. Totally lots of fun. The next thing I did, and I said it's the year of challenges because I took a lot of challenges this year. But I want you to hear my heart when I say this. I took challenges. That means that I invested in myself, right? I pulled my credit card out of my pocket. I paid money, and then I did the work. That is what my 2019 was. And I did a ton of interpersonal work this year. So the very first challenge that I accepted was the One Funnel Away challenge by ClickFunnels. And you may have even seen me promoting that this year because I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my e-commerce education. And this challenge right here cost $100. And hands down, it was the best $100 that I've ever spent online. Now, just 5 years ago, I was actually I was playing Candy Crush online. I didn't even know that you could make money online. Of course, I did eBay, so I knew about eBay, but not Amazon, not through selling my own products, nothing like that, right? I was playing Candy Crush online. Maybe like some of you are doing right now while you're listening to me, you're playing Candy Crush or some other game online that is capturing your attention. Well, I want to tell you, there is a way that you can make money online. If you watch this presentation, you could do the exact same steps that I did and make a ton of money, and I'm going to show you how. So I took the One Funnel Away challenge. This is where I learned how to create my own funnel, and I got the One Comma Club award. So what does that mean? That means that I paid $100 to join the challenge, and I 10x'd my money. I made $1,000 by implementing what I learned in this challenge from scratch. Nothing, right? So I started with nothing, paid $100, and I made $1,000. That's pretty good ROI, right? 10x. So then the next thing we did is Big Papa got his new truck in January 27th of 2019. So a lot of this presentation, you may say, oh, well, Becky, that's you just bragging. No. Listen, guys, I worked my butt off for everything that you're about to see in this presentation. And when you're an entrepreneur online, nobody pats your back. Nobody says, hey, Becky, good job. Big Papa does, and he gets a new truck. He's like, hey, baby, great job, right? But nobody does. And that's why if you follow me, you'll notice on my profile, and I always ask, I'm like, hey, can I give you a shout out? Can I give you a shout out? Because I know how hard they work for every milestone that they reach. Another very good milestone that I enjoyed was my own son, helping my own son, watching him make his $225 selling just toothpaste online last January. It was amazing. This is Carson. He was 12 and he was selling toothpaste online, and maybe some of you actually purchased the toothpaste from him, so thank you so much. he actually asked me, he's like, Mom, can I do it again? And I'm like, I don't know, because it's a lot of work. Because it was funny because people were sending me messages saying, hey, I want this toothpaste, I want this toothpaste. And he was like copying and pasting the little, the messages in there. And one of my best friend's husband was like, whoa, Becky, that was cold. And I'm like, whoa, that was Carson. He was just copying and pasting. So I was showing him how he could copy and paste and make money selling toothpaste online. And I want to encourage you, if you have children, to teach them how they can make their first dime online as well. And then in February, I actually went to Funnel Hacking Live, which is, let me see, me on stage at Funnel Hacking Live. They're like, okay, nobody get on stage, nobody get on stage. So I wrote down in my little red book, which I don't have it right now, but it's like, I'm going to get on that funnel hacking stage. And I did. I took my picture. This is Russell Brunson and Todd Dickerson. They are two of the owners of ClickFunnels. And this event, another thing I want you to write down is events change lives. Events change lives. So this event, it's coming up again, actually the end of January. But this event changed my life because of these amazing, amazing people that I got to meet. Let's see, Kevin David's here. This lady, well, I'm pointing, but you can't see her, the Queen of Kapow. I made $100,000 just by watching one of her trainings and implementing what she did. Never met her. I didn't buy any of her training. It was a free training. I watched what she did and I implemented it and made 100K, right? These are some more. Dana Derricks, I made over 50K. No, I made over 200K implementing what he wrote in one of his books that I use in my Amazon business, because he had written a book on how to optimize listings on Amazon. And he gave all these copywriting tips and tricks, and I used that. And then my friend Jade and I are down there with Danny Johnson's husband, Hans. Danny Johnson was my first online mentor. Absolutely love her. I don't have a picture I have one close to her, but not with her. Stephen Larson, Allison Pringle, amazing, amazing people. But then I met my coach, who is Chad Thibodeau, at Funnel Hacking Live. Actually, this is us standing out in the hall. I actually went out to meet him, didn't know who he was, had never heard of him, didn't even know any of his training before I got to Funnel Hacking Live, and I met him there, and he became my coach right after Funnel Hacking Live. So then I came home from Funnel Hacking Live, all jacked up, all excited, and we got new floors at our house here. So super excited about our new floors. And this was kind of fun to put together because I went all the way back through my Facebook feeds and all the fun things that I've posted all year. So this may be a long Facebook Live. If you want to jump off, that's fine. But I'm just going to have fun just talking about my year in review. This is Sharon. I actually captured a bunch of screenshots this year of people that I've helped, because what I've found is it's not, oh, look at Becky, look what she did, look what she did. It's look at the people that I've helped that are making money online. And just these short little notes that just say, thank you, your coaching helped, your Drive at 5 helped, your mentorship helped, whatever it is. And I would encourage you to send messages to your mentors, because every mentor has a mentor. I have plenty of them. And everybody's human, so we all have bad days. And sometimes when I have a bad day, which can turn into a bad week, which could turn into a bad month, which you're going to find out about at the end of this presentation, it is so encouraging to go back and remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. You can say, oh, well, Becky, you're doing it to make money. No. I'm not doing it to make money. I have a 6-figure job, right? I do it because I want to see people make their first dime online and change their lives. So then after that, I got a personal trainer. I joined Got Muscle Personal Training here in Charleston, South Carolina, and got my own personal trainer. Now, you always need to look back at where you came from. So prior to this year, I was in DS Domination and Infinii you know, the prosperity, and you can see some of my checks from those companies, but never, ever, ever forget where you came from, because it's all about the journey. So in my One Funnel Away challenge, the book that I created was called The Drive at 5. And that's what you guys watch me on, or have been watching me on for the past 4 years, where I've gone live, if not every day, at least 3 times a week for the past 4 years. And basically, I wrote a 30-day roadmap to a successful e-commerce business, where you navigate the twists, the turns, the bumps on your journey to becoming an e-com rock star. And that was my first deliverable from the One Funnel Away challenge. And then the Amazon Queen Tiara that I had private labeled. I had that a while ago, but I still have it. Actually it's broken. I'm looking at it up there on my bookshelf. Big Papa has to fix it for me, but we'll get that fixed. Then in March, I was speaking at Nicole Whitlock's Ecom Seller Summit. It was a virtual event. I had so much fun putting together my presentation. And another reason that I put this presentation together is because whenever I get asked to speak, I love to tell my story. I love to tell my journey, because a lot of people look at me and they're like, oh my gosh, Becky, you know, you just started online. And I'm like, no, I started 5 years ago. But sometimes when you're watching people, you compare your day number 1 to my year 20, and you can't do that, right? I always say, come with me, I can help. Come with me, I can help. So you want to find a great mentor that you resonate with, that you like, that you know, that you trust, that has been through the things that you don't want to go through, so you can learn from their mistakes. And so that's what I love documenting, like my 2019 year in review for. So then I started e-commerce coaching one-on-one, and checks started coming in, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, and even Big Papa down here, the checks in the mail, and that was really a check that was mailed to us. It was from, I think, the Atlanta event. We put the check in the mail and mailed it home to us, so that was fun. And then in April, I actually went to Joy Packard's event. I have it here, the Simple Zon Seller event. It was absolutely amazing. And at that event, I'm going to go back because I met these really cool people. And the events are really cool. The speakers are really cool. But these people that you meet around the tables, or that you meet in the party van drinking moonshine, or that you meet singing karaoke at some Japanese, Chinese bar downtown, they are priceless, priceless. So I want you to remember that events, put it on your agenda to go to events, put it on your agenda to be a speaker at an event, and you know, make it a goal that whatever your industry is, whatever you like to sell, maybe you're not passionate about e-commerce like I am, but find something that you are passionate about and go to your networking events and make some memories and have some fun and meet some people, right? Charlie Tremendous Jones said that you're going to be the same person in 5 years than you are today, except for 2 things: the books that you read, which I'm reading this book right here, right now. It's really good. It's called Redeeming Love. It's not a business book, but it's really good, by Francine Rivers. So the books that you meet, the books that you read, and the people that you meet. That's the 2 things that's going to make a difference of how you change from where you are 5 years ago and where you are today. So meet people, meet people, meet people, meet people, go to events, go to events, go to events. Okay. So that was that, and then it was Easter, and this is me and Big Papa and my 2 boys, Cameron and Carson, and my nephew, Peyton. And then right after Easter, what did I do? I took my credit card out of my pocket, and I joined a private label Inner Circle Mastermind with an 8-figure Amazon seller, and I'm surrounded weekly by over 50 million-dollar sellers, no, 6, 7, and 8-figure sellers on Amazon. So whenever you work with me, not only do you get access to me, but you get access and tap into all the knowledge that I can tap into, right? And that's another thing that you want to look for when you're working with a mentor is, that 2 or 3 degrees of separation, who do they know that may know someone to solve my problem, right? Because that's another thing. When you pay for this mastermind, yes, the people are amazing, but who do they know that knows somebody that can solve a problem that I'm having? Pretty much they all can. If it's related to, I know if it's related to Amazon, any problem, I can have an answer in like 30 seconds. It may cost some money, but I'll have an answer. Okay, and then in June of 2019, we bought a 5th wheel to put out on the lake. We have a boat on the lake, and we have this permanently on there. It's about an hour from our house, so every weekend or so, we go down to, not every weekend, but sometimes more than others, depending on what's going on in our busy life, but we go to our lake house and just hang out at the camper. It's pretty amazing. And then what did I do? I took my credit card out of my pocket and I invested in myself again. So this event that I went to was called Small Event, Big Profit, and it is from my coach, Chad Thibodeau. And watch what I want you to learn from this presentation is whenever I take my credit card out of my pocket and I invest money, I do the work. I implement what I learn. I do the work and I implement. And I want you to do the same thing, because how many courses have you bought that you haven't even opened? They're sitting on the, proverbial bookshelf collecting dust. How many? Is it 1? Is it 2? Everything that I buy, I at least open, or, and I'll show you more about that later, what I'm doing is I'm only ordering it and buying it JIT, just in time. So if I'm not publishing videos on YouTube, then I'm not going to buy any YouTube training right now, right? So I'm only doing just in time, and I'll show you more about that later. So at this group, this was the CAVU Mastermind Launch Accelerator. This CAVU is Chad's, multi-$1,000, multiple $1,000 mastermind, because not only is he my coach, but all of these amazing people, I've watched them grow this year, and it has been amazing just to watch them. But CAVU stands for Ceiling and Visibility Unlimited, and Chad is just a brilliant coach. If you want to invest, if you're ready to invest at that level, let me know. I can connect you with Chad because he is simply amazing. The stuff that I learned from him. So at this very event is where, so he was teaching us how to do a small event, big profit. But that's where I learned how and implemented Ecom Seller Propeller. And funny thing is when I was at the event and I came up with the name, I was going to call it the Amazon Seller Propeller. And I'm so glad that I didn't after showing you the rest of this presentation, because there's so much more to e-commerce than Amazon. Yes, I'm known as the Amazon Queen, but yes, I can rock out eBay. Yes, I sell on Walmart. And then I have other ways to bring in revenue. And I'm going to show you how to do that all through e-commerce as well. And so after I left this event, I implemented it. You can see I help busy professionals effortlessly earn an extra 5 figures using Amazon. Then I took this challenge, which was Trish Lito, the amazing Trish Lito. She has 5-minute lives, 7-day challenge that teaches you how to do Facebook Lives with 5 minutes a day. Facebook Lives in 5 minutes a day. Once again, actually all of these coaches, they all have affiliate programs. So if I mention anything that I've taken and you want to learn it, let me know and I'll send you my affiliate link, and I highly recommend every single one of them that I put in here. Every one that I did was absolutely amazing. And then Alyssa Lascala, she's amazing. She has the Biohacking Bombshell. I actually met her at Chad's event as well as Trish Lito. So remember what I said, the people that you meet, right? So I did Alyssa's, weight loss was one of my goals for 2019. I did her 7-day reset, and I lost 9 pounds and 6 inches in 7 days while eating 16 pieces of chocolate per day on the 7-day reset. and I posted it in her group. When I was doing the reset, you probably saw me doing Facebook Lives about it. Super duper awesome. Then after that, I joined another challenge called the Real 25 by Latasha Mitchell. This one was simply amazing too. They're all amazing, but they were different parts of personal development and growth and education for me, because I know that when I invest into my education, my brain, that I'm going to make an ROI. That's just how I operate. I'm going to make the money back, right? I don't say, oh my gosh, this is costing me, $500 or $5,000 or $10,000. I'm like, no, I have 2 master's degrees. And how much have my master's degrees paid me? Yes, I make 6 figures a year, but I was like tied down by student loan debt. What I'm teaching you now, what I'm doing right now, I learned in the past, e-commerce is 5 years, but this specifically I learned in the past 2. And I'm going to show you my real screenshots in the past 2 years, actually on the next slide. But this one with Latasha Mitchell, she teaches you how that you only need 25 people. You always hear dream 100. Oh, you need 100 people. You only need 25. And she teaches you how to use influencers to rock your product. So look at this. Okay, this one, on this one page for the past 2 years, $66,000 from PayPal, $62,000 from Stripe. That was either Stripe or Teachable, I can't remember, and $60,000 from the other one. So out of PayPal, Stripe, and Teachable, $180,000 in my pocket, in my bank account, $180,000 part-time, while I'm married to an amazing husband. I have 3 very active boys. I have a full-time 6-figure career. I have a full-time Amazon business and a coaching business. Here's my Amazon numbers. This is where I got paid. This is from January 13th to June 30th, 2019, all on autopilot while I'm doing my other stuff, right? My little private label products are just churning and burning in the background. And then in July, I bought and paid cash for my son's, this truck is a Ford, found on road dead or something like that. We joked, my husband was like, my dad would like turn over in his grave if he knew we bought a Ford. But my son loves it, and it's loud and it's kind of rednecky, but he likes it. So that is his first truck. And then this is us enjoying the beach in like July, not the beach, our lake house in like July, me and Big Papa. And then consumables, this is in July too. I always teach sell consumables, sell replenishables. And this particular one, people bought a quantity of 5. You could see that it was sold by Amazon, it was fulfilled by Amazon. I'm out there on the lake, hanging out with Big Papa, hands-free. I was gonna say drinking a beer, but I'm not a big drinker, probably drinking a Mountain Dew. And Amazon is selling my products, right? And increasing my AOV, my average order value, because the customers are buying more than one. And that's what you can do when you sell consumables. This is Kendall. Kendall said, I have made money in my sleep, made money while I play softball, and now I'm making money while on vacation. Love Kendall to death. Chastity just says, just when I think, I am getting this Amazon thing, you toss more out there. Good stuff, always learning with Becky. And the reason that she's always learning is because I'm always learning. And the day that you quit learning, you're going to get behind in e-commerce. You need to stay on the cutting edge. And then Joe and his wife Reeves, he's like, hey Becky, our first product shipped, our second one's being picked up today, third one's starting to run this week. This is getting very exciting. It is exciting. Shannon said, I just want to let you know that I had my first really big sale on eBay in less than 24 hours, sold it for $775. Martin said, once again, I'd like to extend a big thank you for your smart advice about selling on Amazon. And Tracy Wynn says, so fortunate to have solid guidance from Becky Thames on all things Amazon and private label. I look forward to meeting in the future, Amazon Queen. So those were like just from July. And then In August, I spoke again at the Ecom Q4 Summit to prepare for quarter four, because quarter four is huge, huge, huge time online. As you know, we are right in the middle of it right now. Well, probably near the end of it, since it's getting near, soon to be the first quarter in like 2 more days. But even in the first quarter, January is still huge sales on Amazon. But you know, for me, it's a little ironic. I have a lot of sales all the time because my business model is consumables and replenishables. However, whenever there's more traffic on Amazon, like quarter four, just from the sheer number of traffic, then my sales increase as well. So I don't sell toys or anything like that, but that was pretty cool. So I spoke there August 5th through the 7th. And then I'll come back to this one. But in August also, I launched I got my sample for my new private label product that launched over fourth quarter this year, and it increased my sales 608% on Amazon, and the reviews, 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. And somebody left a review and they said no comment. Like, don't do that. If you have, if you're going to leave a review, write something good to help people. That's the purpose of the reviews, to help other buyers to make better decisions when purchasing items on Amazon. So this was my my China Post product. And here again, just the other day, that's my last, December 29th was my last payment from Amazon. Every 2 weeks, like clockwork, your payment's on the way. Your payment's on the way. Your payment's on the way. You can see some of the time I don't even open the emails because I know how much is coming to me every 2 weeks because it's in my Amazon back office. But I just wanted to jump on here and share this as well. And then Tracy, this one is near and dear to my heart. Tracy said, I learned how to sell on Amazon and eBay through this woman. She's the real deal. If anyone is interested in learning how to sell on Amazon, this is who you need to talk to. You know, when I first started in e-commerce, it was in like a network marketing company. I've never met Tracy before in my life, and she was one of the first 3 ladies that joined me in the network marketing domination, which was the company that I was in. And I was so excited. I actually did get to meet her and her husband, Jeff. So Tracy, if you're watching, a massive cha-ching to you. Thank you so much for your support over all the years. This is Ray. So remember I said when I go to a training or when I buy a training, I take action. So I went to a training that was called Small Events, Big Profits, to learn how to host a small event. And so I said, hey, anybody that joins that wants to come to the small event, it's going to be in September of 2019. I'm going to help you make your first sale on Amazon so that you can take advantage of quarter 4 selling toys. And Ray was one of the people that took me up on my offer. And at 1:56 in the morning, he sends me this Facebook message and he's like, hey, the blank blank sold. And so here's Ray. This is my first live event. Well, it's a whole bunch of people with Ray. We had such an amazing time. This was the whole group of the Ecom Seller Propeller live event that we went to. And then this is Big Papa up there sharing his side of the story, because I'm an entrepreneur. Big Papa does not have an entrepreneurial bone in his body, but he shared his side of the story, and he was a big hit at this event. And I love helping people as well. Kathy and Richard here in this event. And then, of course, the big girl panties. You cannot forget the big girl panties, because sometimes e-commerce is hard, guys, and you're going to have to pull up the big girl panties and the big boy panties and do it anyway. So these are some fun shots from 2019 with the big girl panties. And Kathy said it was incredible. Becky taught us so well. We could all go out and start to work from what she taught. This is just a blast from the past. It reminded me of how I was so excited when I first started with e-commerce. I went and had my nails done, guys. I don't know if you can see in that picture there. I had eBay painted on one and Amazon painted on the other. And it was just an amazing journey through 2014, 2015, 2016. That's where those pictures are from. And then this one is people that actually came to the Ecom Seller Propeller live event. They went out and they took action. Like this is Tristan and her son Oliver. They're shopping. And then Jimmy said, I had 2 sales in 3 days totaling $82. Woohoo! So these are some action takers. And that's the type of people that I like to work with. The ones that are going to watch the training, do the training, get the mentoring, watch my Drive at 5, whatever you have to do, and then go and do it. Go and implement it. So then I watched the training on how to have a 7-day challenge. So then what did I do? I took all the training that I created and gave and delivered in the 1-day live event, and I created a 7-day e-com seller propeller challenge. I created that so that new people, busy professionals, moms can learn how to earn their first dime online with e-commerce. And then in October, I got to meet this special lady. This is actually in our camper. She came to the lake house and stayed with me. She's from Texas. Her name is Debbie. So Debbie, if you're watching, a massive, massive cha-ching to you as well. So in 2018, so the year prior, Debbie had, she had been in e-commerce before, but she was struggling, and I connected with her and I helped her, and she made enough money for her and her husband, John, to go on their first vacation in 25 years. They have been married for 25 years, and they actually went to Mexico for their 25-year anniversary. So amazing, amazing, Debbie and John, so amazing. Then October came and it was campfire, so we just hung out at the campfire with the dog. That's just me chilling. I just like that picture. And then I went to my high school reunion in October, and I met, Chuck Darby. He graduated. He's older than me, so a little older, but he went to North High School, the North Eagles, and he played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, then the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. So that was pretty amazing. And then, if you've been following me at all this year, I finally, tenaciously got accepted to sell again in the UK. It took me 6 months, guys. 6 months to get accepted. People are like, oh, my Amazon account's not accepted. 6 months. You have to stay persistent. You have to be a bulldog. And that's what I did, and I finally got it back in October 24th of this year. And then here are 2 screens. Love, love, love working with the big screens. And then I went to Shop and Learn in Dallas, Texas. This was so amazing. Again, the people that you meet. Nicole Whitlock hosted this. I met Amy there. I met so many people, Laura, so many, Louise. I could just go off and name them all. They were all so amazing. But I also got to eat a Whataburger for the first time. That was pretty amazing. We went shopping at Five Below. And just a little note for you guys, that Whataburger ketchup, you can sell it online if you can find it, and there's a good ROI on that. And the Whataburger was really, really good too. What a burger. Y'all know what I mean. It's really good. If you go to Texas, you need to get some. Okay. Then I went in November, the Dallas World Trade Center, and it was just floors and floors and floors and floors of stores. And I put this big crown on my head. It was absolutely fantastic. I so loved it. And then I went and had dinner with Nisa at El Phoenix in Dallas, Texas. If you don't know Nisa, she taught me a very, very, very valuable lesson. You can go back and watch my Facebook Lives, but I actually met her at a Danny Johnson event several years ago. And so you can go back, and we did a Facebook Live in November about that very thing. And then also in November, while I was in Dallas, I received a text from my friend Stephanie, and she's like, good morning, Becky. I love seeing your Dallas pic. Sending this to you because I'm thankful you encouraged me to open up a business credit card. You put $500 in my pocket. Cha-ching, make money with Becky. Yes, you can make money. And so then also while I was in Dallas, this is such a cool, heartwarming story too. I met this girl named Amy, and she's like, hey, have you heard about this Facebook group called, I forgot the name of it, but I was like, no, I never heard of it. And she said, well, go check it out. And I went and checked it out. And what's the first thing you do when you go and you look at other people's Facebook groups? You look at the pictures, right? Well, out of all the pictures in this group, there was one picture and it said, hustle and heart will set you apart. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I love that saying because you can see right behind me, right here, I love these little wooden blocks, right? So hustle and heart will set you apart. And that truly defines me because that's what really sets me apart. And so I clicked on it, and y'all, it was the person that posted that in that group was my college roommate from like back in the early 90s. So I sent her a message. She still lives like in upstate South Carolina. I hadn't talked to her in years and years and years and years. And I went up and we went out to dinner, and it was absolutely amazing. So Chad, if you're watching, massive cha-ching to you as well. So glad we reconnected. And so that brings me to the coach's secret. So once again, I pulled my credit card out of my pocket and I wanted to learn how to be a coach. I knew how to sell on Amazon. I knew that I was just hunting and pecking and trying to figure out this online thing, how to make money online. And I'd already made 180K online, but I wanted to take it to the next level. So what did I need to do? So I invested in a coach called the Coach's Secret. This is Akbar, and he was also at the event where Chad taught me and him, and that's where I met Akbar. But this picture is from Akbar's event in November at the same house in Orlando, Florida. It's absolutely amazing. Amazing group of people. As I sit there and look at each and every one of them, I could tell you a story about each and every one of them, and how I can't wait to see their business flourish, just like I watched the other mastermind people from Chad's mastermind flourish from last year. So this was just a couple of weeks ago, but absolutely amazing. Once again, I got to meet some really, really cool people here. Dan Henry, I'd never met him before. Tracy and Wendy, great hanging out with them as well. And then I bought this, the Custom Box Challenge, which I have a custom box here. This is, it's backwards to you, but it's called the Coach's Secret. This is a custom box. And I was like, I need to know how to make one of these. But remember what I said when you buy stuff, but you're not ready to use it yet? So this custom box has all these cool goodies in it. You can open it up. This is the one that Akbar sent me when I bought his Coach's Secret. And so when I start my coaching, I wanted to do a box. So I bought the Custom Box Challenge from Mark, but I haven't watched it yet. So that's going to be the top priority on my list, is to actually watch the Custom Box Challenge. But I was doing it, what I said, JIT, just in time, so that I could keep fresh on everything. Because remember, everything changes, right, quickly in this industry. So Christmas 2019, you're invited to a $3 billion a day party. That's in 72 hours. Amazon will have a $90 billion month. And how did they do it? They did it through Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And all right through there, I got the Google slap. It was like, you remember my $180,000 that I made on autopilot in my sleep? Well, Google decided that somehow my GoDaddy account got hacked into, and someone started putting all these name servers. And if you went to my website, it said deceptive site ahead. You got the big red X. This is one of those times when you crawl up in the fetal position and then you're ready to die, right? That's how I felt. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's fourth quarter. Google slapped me. I'm dead in the water. I can't do anything. So I was done. So I just freaked out for the last month. You heard me talk about it. Nobody could get in my trainings. It was complete craziness. So then brand registry for my product earlier in the year, it got brand registered on December the 5th. So whoop, whoop, back on Amazon, super amazing. Spent time with my oldest son, Cameron, just he and I. We took a trip to New York. We went to see Wicked. We went out and met some friends at fine dining in New York. We went to the New York Jets game. And then what did I do? Once again, I took my credit card out of my pocket. You see a theme here? I took my credit card out of my pocket and I invested in the Infinite Video Impact Challenge with Marley Baird. Absolutely amazing. Once again, I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you're interested in doing videos. And then last but not least, Patrick Jones. I joined his Stop Sabotaging Yourself 7-day challenge. It was amazing because I fell into a slump like October, November, and December, fourth quarter of this year. Thankfully, Amazon was still, chugging along for me. but every year, not just this year, but every year I notice a pattern that starting with my mom's birthday around October 6th till yesterday actually was 14 years since she passed away, but it's something mentally that just puts a block in me in fourth quarter. And so I realized that, and so I'm starting to work on that. And so I did this Stop Sabotaging Yourself challenge with Patrick Jones. So Patrick, thank you so much. Your challenge is absolutely amazing as well. And then the day before Christmas, I got this message, and it was like, hey, Becky, during the last 2 months, I made the goal to read through all my journals from the past 20 years. And I'm like, whoa, what a goal. I need to do that. That's pretty amazing. And write down all my blessings. So during many of those years, I found your name coming up again and again. And I realized what a huge blessing you've been in my life. I didn't want to let another year go by without saying thank you for being such a bright spot and a great mentor in my life. Here's wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. So I thought that was really, really sweet. So thank you so much, Karen, for that. And then December 30th, that was last night, guys, at 12:55 in the morning. I took this email from Google, and they're like, Ecom Seller Pro, the review was successful. Yay! What a way to end the year. I'm so stinking excited about that. So this is my 2019 in review on January the 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern. So 1/1 at 1 p.m. Eastern, I am going to do a live webinar, and I'm going to show you the real story, the good, the bad, and the ugly of how to find products that make $50 per day, even if you've never sold online before. So that's going to be January the 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what are my 2020 goals? So my goals are, I want to help 500 more women earn their first dime online with Amazon, 500 more. And for 2020, so most of you know me as the Amazon Queen, but for 2020, what I want to do is I want to take everything that I've learned in the past 20 years, but more specifically in the past 3, from my mentoring from Chad, from Akbar, the Coach's Secret, from all of these challenges, and I want to help just one entrepreneur launch their very own online course. So if you're passionate about something, hear me out. If you're passionate, like I'm passionate about e-commerce, and you can be passionate about e-commerce too, and I can teach you how to teach people e-commerce, but I want to use, remember I said I'm a huge implementer, so I just want to teach one person. It's my beta launch for one person, because that's all I have time for in 2020, to launch their very own online course. So you may be saying, well, Becky, I don't know what to do, what to sell. I don't know anything. That's okay. I didn't either. I was playing Candy Crush, guys. Candy Crush. I didn't even know. So maybe you're watching me and you're like, who is this girl, Becky Thames, that's made all this money online? Watch me, right? But not only do I want you to watch me, I want you to join me. I want you to make money online too. But I want to help one with your very own online course. And listen, if people are selling courses on how to find Bigfoot, I'm sure we can find something for you to sell online if you're passionate about. So it's just going to be one person, and I'm going to take all my hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've invested in myself and help you. Now, you will have to pay for it, because listen, guys, the ones that pay attention. So if it's something that you're interested in, send me a message, and I'll get on the phone with you, and we'll see if it's a good fit, but it's only going to be for one, right? And I want it to be somebody that's ready to take action and get going. And this is not e-commerce. This is for an online course. Unless you want to teach e-commerce, I can help you there too, but something for you online. So my other goals for 2020, I am planning on going to China in 2020. This is my amazing, amazing supplier, Frances, and her son, Matt. That's their English names, but I'm so excited about meeting them. I'm going to Yiwu, China in April of 2020. And on a personal note, my Distinguished Toastmaster by June of 2020. That is my goal personally, to receive my Distinguished Toastmaster. I have been a Toastmaster for 10 years, and I love speaking in public, and I love leadership skills. I love helping other people too. So now, if you have any questions, Let me know. I'm gonna look on Facebook. I don't even know if y'all can hear me or see me or anything, but I've had fun for the past 43 minutes going over this. Let me see if y'all can hear me or see me. Oh yeah, I can see myself online for 45 minutes, so that's cool. But I can't see any comments, but that's okay. So listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for day number 20 of the 20 days to your 2020 e-commerce vision, so that you're prepared when the ball drops tomorrow night at 12 o'clock a.m. that you're going to be prepared to march into 2020 strong and vibrant. And I will see you tomorrow, and have an amazing night. And remember, I want you to sell more so that you can give more. Cha-ching.